You've got that cool new backpack, but it's just not feeling right? Stick around. Welcome back, guys. Thank you so much for clicking on the video. This video is just one video in a whole series of videos of how to backpack. So please check out my channel for all the other videos on how to backpack. I just want to say congratulations for being at this step in your backpacking journey. Picking out your big four and all of your gear, including your backpack, is not an easy task. If you're still struggling with that, I've got a video about my big four that I'll link right up here. I also have a video on the order to buy those in that I'll link up here as well. So maybe you got your backpack, you're super stoked, but it's just not fitting right. These are a couple tips and tricks that I'm gonna show you today on how to get your pack to fit right. First, you have to make sure you buy the right size of backpack. For me, I'm about 6'1", and I for sure thought I'd need the extra large from Hyperlite Mountain Gear, but I actually fell on the upper end of medium, and their suggestion is if you fall on the upper end, to size up. So I ended up getting a large size. The correct way to measure a pack is to find your torso length. Your torso length is from your C7 vertebra to the iliac crest, which just means it's from the bump in your neck to the top of your hip bones. This will determine your torso length. Once you have that length, go to the manufacturer. They're gonna have a list with measurements and what size your measurement fits under. Now that your pack is the correct torso length, let's figure out how to make some adjustments so it's more comfortable. Now, the best way to start by putting your pack on is loosen up your shoulder straps, loosen up your hip belt, because some of us are a little wider than other people. Now, what I want you to do, let's start from ground zero. I want you to pick your pack up and put it on your back. I know your first inclination is gonna be to pull those shoulder straps all the way tight. One thing you need to know about backpacking is when you're carrying weight, you wanna carry it on your hips. When you're carrying on your hips, it takes the pressure off your back and your shoulders and your neck and puts it in more of your center of gravity. So let's tighten our hip belt. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get this right across my hips. It's gonna feel a little bit weird, but you're gonna want it higher than you think. Now that we've found our hip bones, right where that pack's gonna sit, we're gonna cinch it down. Now that we have cinched down our hip belt, we're gonna move to the shoulder straps. The shoulder straps, you're gonna wanna pull until you start to feel that backpack coming up against you. This is where you're gonna have to do this to your personal fit. I could say, pull it 47.25 millimeters until you hear the snap, but that's not the case. Just pull it until you feel comfortable. Now, this may take some adjustment. You may need to try loosening a little bit, you may need to try tightening a little bit, but just kind of get your shoulder straps, pull on them, loosen them, and figure out that sweet spot. Now to the sternum strap. The sternum strap is gonna be something that is gonna help so much because it's just one more strap to pull everything in, pull it tighter, closer, and relieve tension in other parts of your body. We've got our hip belt cinched down, we've got our shoulder straps fits our body correctly, and we've got our sternum strap. Now we need to move on to load lifters. Load lifters, as you can see, don't exist on my pack, but on most frame packs and some other frameless and semi-framed packs, they do have load lifters. Load lifters are gonna be a strap right here that you can pull that will pull your backpack. So if this is my body and this is my backpack, it will pull it closer to your body, bringing that weight closer. Now, my Hyperlite pack, I think that it's designed so superiorly that it doesn't need load lifters. I've never felt like I've missed load lifters. In my first Osprey pack and my second Osprey pack, I had load lifters and I loved them, and I was a little worried switching to this Hyperlite Mountain Gear pack that I was gonna miss those lifters, and I don't. We've got that pack on. We've got our hip belt, our sternum strap, our shoulder straps, our load lifters if we have them, but we're still feeling pokes in the back, we're still feeling off balance, and we just can't quite get comfortable. Now this is where another one of my videos is gonna come into handy about how to pack your gear that I'm gonna link right up here for you. How to pack your gear is one of the most important things that you can determine when figuring out the comfort of your backpack. Now for the sake of this video, I'm gonna keep it short, I'm gonna keep it sweet. You're gonna wanna keep the heavier items like your cook pot, your pad, your tent, you're gonna wanna keep those as close to your back as possible, because the more weight you have pulling on the outside of your pack, the more it's gonna pull and stress out your shoulders and your back. This is something that you wanna be careful of. I've seen so many people on trail that strap so many things to the outside of their pack that they're walking and they sound like a wind chime. They've got pans smacking, they've got their pad flapping and hitting them in the butt, and you don't want to do that. You want to keep all of your gear in as tight as possible. Now, like I said, I have that gear video on how to pack your gear. That video is going to go into detail about the ways to pack in order to create a system that optimizes your pack's volume and creates a more comfortable fitting pack on your shoulders and your back. Okay, some other tips that we can go over. Each backpack has some sort of strap system. Now, this Hyperlite pack doesn't have a ton of straps, but where it does, they're very intentional. This is the Y strap on the top. This strap is gonna be for things like if I need to add a bear canister, I've got the ability to add that there. But this also acts as a compression strap. As you can see, as I pull on this, it's gonna start tensioning down the top of my pack and bringing everything closer together and more compact. Let's take a look at the side straps. Most packs are gonna have something attached to the lid or attached to the sides that you're gonna be able to tension down and get your pack that much more optimized. Okay, now that you've got all your straps tightened, you've got it compressed down, I think your pack is ready to go. All right, guys, you got your pack on, hip belt first, then the shoulder straps, then the sternum strap, load lifters if you have them. Thank you so much for clicking on that video and learning about how to optimize your pack's fit. As I said before, this is just one video in a whole series of videos on how to start backpacking. Check out my other videos for additional information on how you can start backpacking with tips and education on how to start backpacking. If you found any value in this video, please smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and look forward to my videos every Friday with extra bonus material throughout the week. And as always, backpackers, thanks for stopping by.